Hi, Karen Rock Carter here. It's Feng Shui Story Time. This is where you can learn Feng Shui tips based on the stories of my consultations and my clients. This is a commercial one, so if you have a business that's struggling, listen up. I had a client, a company, a corporation, and their stock had gone so low they fell off NASDAQ. And they're like, we are worth nothing. And they were desperate. They called me. Last minute, Karen, right? So they called me in and I said, well, okay, what are we doing here? And they're like, we need our stock to go up. And I'm like, well, okay, but are there any other constraints? Stock goes up, everybody keeps their job, stock goes up. They were like, stock goes up. No other caveats. Stock must go up. They were trying to sublease some of the office space because they didn't need it anymore. They had shrunk so much. And they wanted to get out of the lease. The landlord said, they basically couldn't even afford to break their lease. I mean, it was just like they were in a trap. And that's a lot of times when people call me, they're like, well, if this happened, but I'm trapped with this way, and there's just no, either this one or this one, but now I'm stuck. So they couldn't get out of it. They didn't have the money to get out of it. Anyway, so, all right. And I said, you know what? I know you're broke. I will take a literal stack of stock papers as my payment. That's currently worth nothing because I have confidence that I can build this company up. And they're like, sure, you want a stack of worthless paper? Go. I said, I do. So I have confidence in what I do. I've been doing this for decades. So I walked through the office. It had, the address was a 4. That's sort of a little bit unlucky number from a Chinese point of view, but the number 4 from a numerology point of view is like a lot of work, no play. You got to work, keep working. And they had good products, but they weren't being seen in a good light. They didn't have good reputation. So I wanted to work in the fame and reputation area, center back. So you walk in the front door of the office and you go all the way back, which was in their warehouse area. So we went all the way back there. I said, let's, get all the employees, and I need this, a full all hands on deck in the fame and reputation area. So we went. All the employees are gathered around. They're like, what's this feng shui? Whatever. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to visualize a bonfire. Let's build a bonfire in our minds. Throw logs on it. Picture the stock going up. Picture your faces all shining in the, from the light of the fire, and you're holding up your products. People can see the products. It's being, shined in a good light, a favorable light. And so we did that. Everybody's visualizing. We're throwing logs on the fire. We're celebrating how lucky we are that the stock is going up. The products are being received well. The products are being bought. And then we stopped. And I went on to do the rest of the feng shui. The reason I'm telling the story is, it's just kind of funny that, so we're working at the fame and reputation with the fire element because that's where fire is governing from the 5 elements point of view. Need to know, it's wood over here, fire in the back, your front door's down here, remember? Wood, fire, earth, metal, water, and earth. All right, a tic-tac-toe of earth, 2 woods, 2 metals, 1 fire, and 1 water. Okay, long story short, that night, the fire alarm went off. The firemen came, kink, 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 and there's no fire. We forgot to put out our etheric fire. Thoughts are things. The fire alarm legit went off, and the firemen showed up. They put a little note like, sorry, your thing was going off. We came, there's nothing here, we left. And so that was my tip. I was like, we really did something. And lo and behold, another company, sorry, there's a loud bird outside. Another company wanted to move into that building. So they approached the building owner and they said, we want that building. Now the building owner approached my clients and said, I will pay you to get out. Now it went from they didn't have the money to get out. Now the building owner is paying them to get out. So they, of course, with me, we found the right space that worked from a feng shui perspective for them. And long story short, they ended up getting purchased by another company, which was their dream. Now they got all moved in there. And that company circled back to me and had to buy me out of my stock paper. So I got paid. And my clients were extremely happy of that outcome. I learned when you make a fire, even in the etheric world, don't forget to put it out. And believe it or not, I get a phone call months later, and it was that new company. They had no idea that I feng shuied the space before, and those people were starting to succumb to the energy of that building. Believe it or not, before my initial clients got in there, 2 other companies had gone bankrupt in that building. So sometimes there are just not good buildings that are not holding energy. You know, it's the restaurant that just keeps changing out every 6 months, et cetera, et cetera. Classic feng shui problems. But when they re-TI'd the whole place out, they undid all my feng shui and they did their own stuff, and now they're back to the weak energy. So be mindful of that. Hire a feng shui consultant. If it's not me, there's plenty of other people. I've got lots of graduates of my certification training that if I'm not around where you are, you can certainly email me, support@KarenRauCarter.com, and say, hey, I'm in this state or this city or this country. Do you have any graduates there? I have graduates all over the world. So I can certainly send you in the right direction if you need that kind of help. So hope this story has been helpful. If you are struggling with your business and you're like, oh my God, we're one of those people that this building has turned so many times. We thought, hey, it's such a good deal, let's move in here. And now we're just like the people before us, succumbing to the weird feng shui apparently of this place. Don't worry, things can be done. It can be helped. Let's just get a professional in there for you. So look at the links below, how to hire me or to get a hold of me, and I can find somebody that's in your neighborhood. Hopefully, you know, like I don't know where you are, but I've got lots of people all around. So feel free to comment below what you've learned or any comments that you've used. Maybe you've done that technique of, yeah, we've got a great product, but nobody's seeing it or nobody's buying it. Do the little fire in the center back area of your office building, and etheric fire, and then in the end you go, thank you, fire, and you can put it out, and because all your intentions are out there. Hopefully that was a good story for you. Subscribe to the channel and learn more and have fun with it.